Yo, what's going on, guys? Fresh and Smooth Boxing TV. Fresh checking in. It's 3:09 in the morning, and I'm working. We're getting after it. What I have to talk about today, and I'm gonna go fully in depth about this because I'm getting tired of it. Is Spence Crawford 2. All right, look, it's like this, guys. Let's start from the beginning. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this the right way, okay? Let's start from the beginning. All right. Spence Crawford won. It was the biggest draw. They were saying this is the biggest draw since, uh, Ray Leonard and Hearns, Trinidad, and De La Hoya. It was supposed to be one of those classics, and not even, let's even start there. Trinidad versus De La Hoya wasn't great. So, sometimes it happens, man. Styles make fights. But from the beginning, it was pumped up. Biggest fight at 147. Boom, fight happens, okay? We all know what happened. We ain't got to go backwards there. Let's say, but before the fight happened, they had negotiations in the contract that said they would have a rematch, rematch clause. And now that the fight happened, like I was saying, as the fight happened, the more everything goes on, the more things shall come out. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is that in the rematch clause, the winner was the one able to pick the weight. They were the draw now. Whoever wins, their name is going on the front of the banner. How it was Spence Crawford, now it'll be Crawford Spence. And now Crawford is making some demands. He's choosing, and I'm gonna read this to you guys right here. I got this on my other screen. Facts. And to all the people out here spreading false narratives, Bud is offering Errol a fight at 147. If he doesn't take it, which we're hoping he doesn't, because it was a waste of time. He said it's a waste of time. Bud wants to do something that never been done before and move up 3 weight classes to beat Canelo. Now, let me break that down to you. So what Crawford is saying, that this isn't even worth his time. Fighting Spence again means nothing to him. Like, I've been there, done that. We took the kid to school. And you got to respect that off of Crawford's angle at that, okay? Now, at that point right there, right? Okay. Crawford, you say you're great. I'm going through my notes here. You say you're great, right? But the people, and I've been going through different YouTube channels, different boxing sites, and people are saying they want to see the rematch at 154 and only because they're saying Spence didn't look like himself. Give him a shot at a higher weight. I believe personally, in my eyes, Spence was weight drained. He just was not himself that night. He's been killing himself to make 147 his whole career, and now it's just catching up to him. You know what I mean? Excuse me, guys. It's catching up to him. I'm getting parched, man. I'm going off right now. It's catching up to him, So he's not a 147-pound fighter. So why would you offer him to fight at 147 again, knowing that he can't make the weight? We know now nobody's going to buy the fight. So if you want to sell the fight, right, you're going to have to fight him at 54, because other than that, nobody's going to want to buy this. Nobody's buying that. I'm telling you right now. I'm not even watching the fight. And Spence is a maniac for even taking that. You got to, if he doesn't give you the fight at 54, bro, you got to just let that go for a little bit, man, because let's go down to the park. Let's just jump things. Let's say Canelo beats Charlo, and then he jumps up 3 weight classes and get his ass whipped. Excuse my French. He gets whooped on by Canelo. Now he has to come back down and see what's left for y'all down there. Does he fight Charlo now? Does he do the Spence rematch at 54? So let's not all leave all these eggs in one basket for Crawford. Yes, Crawford, what you did that night was great, okay? But great fighters can't. Let me tell you something. Great fighters can lose, right? Great fighters can lose and make adjustments in training camp for the next fight and come back and bounce back, okay? And let's not say it's never done before. Ali Frazier won. Granted, that fight was a lot closer. Ali came back and won the second. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking in general. It's been done in the sport before. And we also seen people come back and lose again. Mosley, Wiki Wright. Mosley, Vernon Forrest. You know what I mean? Back-to-back double losses. But so what? You gotta give the fighter a chance. Spence is a warrior. And I don't know why y'all guys on the internet bashing my guy Spence, and I'm not biased here. I'm just saying Spence is a warrior where he's stuck in there and he took his L like a man and he wasn't going to quit. A lot of men quit when they stool. Spence was in there. He was willing to die in there. and y'all want to be making fun of him on the internet, which is kind of crazy to me. But hey, that's y'all. You know, y'all got to live with that. Have y'all ever gotten in the ring? Okay, don't worry, I'll wait. So, you know, they're saying Spence lost decisively. A lot of people don't want to see it. And on a business aspect, this does make a lot of sense to me. Who's going to buy the fight? Okay. If definitely at 147, nobody's buying it. At 54, it can only happen at 54. Who's going to buy the fight? How are they going to pay the fighters? They got to pick a venue. Obviously, they're not going to be able to do it at T-Mobile. They'll probably have to move it down to MGM or, you know, something like that, because it's going to have to be on neutral grounds. They're not going to fight in Nebraska. They're not going to fight in Texas. So, you know, it's going to have to be on neutral grounds. I say MGM Grand. It's a perfect arena. It's a lot smaller than T-Mobile Arena. You know, like, and Spence is going to have to take a way smaller purse. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Spence is willing to take a smaller purse to get this rematch at 54, just to get it off his chest as a man. You know, he wants to see what he can do. And if you can't respect that, man, I don't get it. And like I say, and I get it. Crawford, he didn't have to show his greatness in this fight because he single-handedly whooped he whooped on Errol Spence, and I feel like he had a tougher fight with Gamboa or Sean Porter. You know what I mean? Eureka's Gamboa or Sean Porter, they gave him tougher fights. Even Benavidez gave him a tougher fight. So I mean, but he was just that good that night. Maybe they say styles make fights. Who knows? I don't know, guys. But all I'm saying is I don't think Spence looked like himself, and this is taking nothing away from Bud. Bud is he's a great fighter, man. He's pound for pound #1 right now. How about that? There you go. Y'all want to hear it? There it is, okay? Bud is #1 right now, but like I say, if you want to be great, beat Spence at his own game. So what is there to talk about after this? They go to 154, he whoops him worse, or who knows, it's a tougher fight, but he still wins. Then what? Or what if Spence gets his lick back? There's so many angles to this at 54. At 47, nobody's buying it. I'm not even watching it. You know, I'd just rather call that a night. That's a night for me. I'm not watching none of that because I ain't watching Spence get beat up like that again. That's not happening. But, you know, and here goes my final angle on this. Since I just broke all that down, I gave y'all the negotiations. I'm telling you what Spence is saying. He says it's not. I'm telling you what Crawford's saying. He's saying it's not worth it. You know, Spence has been really quiet. He hasn't been saying too much. I just feel like he's game. He's ready to fight. But I want to leave y'all with all this, you know. Okay, you know, even though Crawford he gets to choose the weight now, yeah, he's saying he wants to keep it at 147. And I want you to hold on to that 147 angle because I'm about to drop it like hot. Drop it to y'all like it's hot, okay? I'm gonna give it to you raw like sushi on this one, okay? So he's making it. Bud Crawford is making the negotiations impossible. So to me, I call that a duck, right? You don't want to fight at 54. You want to go up to 168. He wants to be the first fighter to jump 3 weight classes and win undisputed. And, you know, that's all dandy, you know. Okay, but say you want to fight at 147, so you're not going to fight until Canelo and all this unravels. What if Charlo wins? And then they got to do a rematch. That can burst the bubble in his plan. So he needs to look at all the angles, okay? And here we go with my final thing. I'm going to leave y'all with this, guys. Because, you know, I'm getting tired of talking about Spence and Crawford. If they're not going to fight at 54, we shouldn't be talking about it no more. And, you know, and that's just to both sides. I mean, you know, Spence can't make the weight, and Crawford is just being very demanding, if you ask me. But since you want to stay at 147, Terrance Bud Crawford, why don't you fight Boots Ennis then? Take a fight at 147 against Boots. You don't want Spence? Fight Boots. Boots is there, and Boots is signed that contract in a heartbeat. And you know, I know you got the experience on him and all that, but hey, dare to be great. Let him dare to be great. We know you great. Let him dare to be great. If this 147 thing is such a big deal. And guys, that's all I got for y'all tonight. I'm gonna leave y'all at that. Please like and subscribe to the channel, man. Follow us on Instagram at Fresh and Smooth Boxing TV. I'm posting daily on the story, man. All, you know, the hottest boxing news, whatever I can find, I'm putting it up. You know, I'm doing my research all day, every day. This is what we do, man. We appreciate y'all. Fresh is out.